is how you become a trillionaire in Roblox Gold Garden by making trillions of dollars selling these crazy plants. And at the very end of this video, I'm going to show you guys a crazy glitch that's going to help you all out. So anyways, watch towards the end and let's get farming. Woo! Everybody wants to become a trillionaire in Roblox Gold Garden, and today we're going to make our way to actually achieving this goal. Now, I have been sitting here at my farm for such a long time and letting all these plants over here basically stack up and using tons of these infinite sprinkler glitches. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out exactly which of these plants are going to be the most valuable. Now, everybody knows the moon melon method, which is just using moon melon seeds, planting them, and stacking a bunch of mutations in order to go ahead and sell your plants for millions of dollars. Actually, sorry, my bad, billions of dollars. And today we're going to figure out what is the best strategy for making billions. So we're going to go ahead and grab these gold moon melons. So let's go ahead and get this one with 5 different abilities. There we go. Let's pick this thing up and we're going to see how much this thing will sell for. Now, this is also going to include all the new queen bee, busy bee, whatever you want to call it, or the busier bee update. So we're going to see how to make a ton of money using the new exotic flower seed packs. Now, moon melons are so last update. So if you're using this method with moon melons, yes, you can still make billions of dollars from it, but it's going to take so much longer to actually get to $1 trillion of dollars. So we're going to go over here to this queen bee, and what I'm trying to go for is to buy a bunch of these flower seed packs. Now, every single time I open these flower seed packs, what I'm really looking for is anything above a lilac or a pink lily. So if I open this up right now, let's see what we get, and we didn't get a lilac or a pink lily, we got a rose. It's not gonna sell for a lot of money, but if you get pink lilies and lilacs, they can sell for billions as long as they have over 5 different effects. What you really wanna do with this kind of strategy is have a ton of lightning rods. If you have a mole on your team, so if you have a ton of moles, so what my current setup is right now, I have about 2 mooncats, 3 snails, so whenever I harvest, I may get my seeds back, and also a giant ant, which helps with duplicating things. The mooncats also help with duplicating these moon plants. So like the moon melons. You get the point, because it's a moon plant. You get the point. Or even the moon mangoes over here. So like I said, lightning rods are great because you're basically able to like go over here, stack it, and any plant that gets shocked, it gets over 120x effect. Gold is 20x as well, and anything on top is also extra on top. Now, I've made this really useful chart over here. So this is my current setup. This is my pet build and also the mutations on the right. So whenever I'm planting, I'm using the squirrel method over here. Whenever I'm selling, I have 2 of these monkeys on my team, so I get my money back. So if I have $1 billion fruit, it will duplicate and I'll have another $1 billion fruit. So it's an easy way to stack up your cash flow whenever you're selling the $1 billion plants. Here's my harvesting one. So whenever I'm harvesting, I like to have mooncats, the snails for that extra chance of getting the drop seeds, and of course the giant ant because it duplicates anything I want, and it actually works really good. And whenever I'm AFKing, this is my strat right here, and here we go. So the effects we're looking for, gotta have gold, 20x baby, let's get it. Shocked is 100x, not 120x, my bad. If you got rainbow, you are in luck, it's a 50x. And let's just say whenever there is celestial events for the meteor shower events, basically 120x. Ooh, this is crazy. So if you get yourself a pink lily or a lilac or even a sunflower with about, let's just say, a gold one, a shocked effect, okay, so let's just say 1 mutation is gold, 1 mutation is shocked, a 3rd one is, let's just say, frozen, and then we have celestial, which is a 4th one. If you get disco as well, and void touched, you're looking at a crazy multiplier. That's gonna be over a 400 multiplier. So your pink lilies, lilacs, nectarines, high fruits, beanstalks, whatever you got is gonna be worth billions, and if not possibly $1 trillion fruits. So anyways, now that I've showed you this, let's go back to the game and see what we can actually make. So we're gonna start off with this pollinated moon melon. I'm gonna show you how much this is actually worth. It's not gonna be that much, because remember, I'm trying to become a trillionaire. So this is only worth a 1 billion, bro. This is just kind of lame, man. We gotta get those $1 trillion fruits. I'm gonna go ahead and sell my inventory real quickly. Let's just get rid of all this stuff. And let's go back to my farm. So I got my mooncats, I got my giant ant, and I got my snails. Let's start getting rid of all these moon melons so we can get to the core root. Look at that, already duplicated right there. Wow, that's amazing. So we're gonna collect all my moon melons, because like I said, moon melons are so last update, they're not really worth it. It's a good starter if you have them laying around like the actual seeds and you're using the sprinkler glitch. But as you can see, it's already duplicating really easily. So as you can see, it's definitely a W in the chat. All right, I'm collecting all the moon melon. There's still replanting, so once we collect them all, I'll show you how much money we're gonna make. Now, we're only gonna get moon melons first so we can see how much it's gonna bring us in. Oh, that one's void touched. Ooh, that's gonna be really good. All right, so let's actually go in and see how much the void touched ones are gonna be. Let's go to the sell option right here. Look up the void touched moon melon. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Let's go to see what it's actually worth. So how much is this worth? And it's 134 million. Yep, it's kind of lame. Anyways, let's go to sell all of our moon melons and we're gonna make a whopping 5 billion. It's still not enough. It's gonna be such a long grind to actually get to a billion with only doing, a trillion with only doing moon melons. So we're gonna have to change up our strategy, which I will show you once we finish up with the moon melons. Ooh, this one is disco. This might be actually worth a really, really good multiplier. All right, what are we working with this? This is worth a 2.4 billion. Now we're talking. Okay, but if we had disco on any of my pink lilacs, it'll be worth way more money. 3 billion that time, not bad. So we're already at 43 billion. Let's go back here and we'll tackle the lilacs afterwards. Let me collect my moon melon, bro. Why is everything so broken right now? Okay, so we're getting more moon melons. I'm almost done here. Look at this baby moon melon. What? Oh, rainbow pollinated moon melon. This has to be worth a lot of money. Let's go ahead and pick it up. I also got a gold one right here. Not bad. Okay, that about does it for the moon melons. I've harvested everything I have. So let's just see what this one's actually worth. Let's go over here, click on how much this is worth, and we got a 400 million only. That's not gonna cut it. But what about this one, the rainbow shocked one? This has to be pretty expensive, and it is, wow, 900 million only. You gotta be kidding me, man. So realistically, in this kind of strategy to become a trillionaire, I hate to say this, but the best way to do so is to remove everything you have and only have these flower seed packs, these exotic flowers. So sunflowers, high fruits, beanstalks, because everything else here is going to be waste in terms of the actual mutations. If there's a disco event, if there's a shocked event, if there is some like rainbow, whatever the heck is going on, like if there's any different effects, you want to get those mutations on your best plants. And if you have tiny plants like these, they're just taking up space. I know they look pretty, you worked hard on them, but they're only going to actually make you less money because these ones will get the effects, while the ones that you really want to get the effects are your more expensive plants. Let's go ahead and harvest all my lilacs. Here we go. And I'm going to show you, like, this one should be worth a lot of money. So we're just going to harvest every single one. Let's go ahead and grab every single one we have. We'll move on to the moon mangoes afterwards, but I think that is basically it here, okay? I think that's it. We got like a chilled one. Let's go over here to the sell location. Talk to my boy Steven. He's gonna hook us up with a really good deal. How much is this worth? And we are working at 866 million. That is pollinated, shocked, honey glazed, frozen, and gold. So not bad at all. I'm gonna go ahead and sell my inventory from the lilacs, and we just made 1 billion. Okay, that wasn't that much, unfortunately. Let's try our moon mangoes, and then we'll go to the nectarines and then the high fruits. So let's see, I got a cacao seed that is not gonna do anything at all, but whatever, I'll take it anyways. Ooh, I see some sort of a crazy one here. We don't want the Celesta berries, they're kind of like mid. Gosh, bro, these are loans. So go back to Steven, sell whatever I had for moon melons, and we just made 96 million. Still not gonna be enough. All right, let's harvest all of our moon melons again, or the moon mangoes. I keep calling them moon melons. So we got to get all the moon mangoes that have the gold effect on them. They are giant and so on. As you can see, all of these do not have gold on them, which is unfortunate. So the more effects we have, the more they're going to be actually worth. So you really want to get some good ones that have like disco, shocked, pollinated, and gold. So more mutations, the more money you make. You want to have at least a 500x or a 400x when you're actually harvesting these plants. And none of these unfortunately have it. So we'll try the nectarines next up, but I just want to get rid of all the moon mangoes so they're out of the way, and we're moving on to the next one. Okay, this one actually looks pretty solid. This looks like it's got some potential here. So we have a couple moon mangoes. Okay, these are the nectarines. We don't want those. I got a moon melon. Okay, let's see the moon mango first. Let's go over here. So this one is pollinated, shocked, honey glazed, frozen, and gold. This might be worth something. Let's find out. How much is it worth? And it is 2.4 billion. So moon mangoes do in fact work, but unfortunately they're outdated because of the fact that you can't get them no more. Yeah. Now, anyways, I'll show you the sprinkler glitch. I'm pretty sure you already know. If you're a billionaire, you definitely know the sprinkler glitch. So anyways, let's collect some nectarines next and see what we get. Okay, we got some nectarines. All right, now we're working with something. What do we got? Are any of these gonna be good? This is still not enough. This is kind of mid. Ooh, this is a cacao. Is there anything good? Let's find out. This might have some potential. I wonder what it's going to be worth. I don't think it's going to be too much money. So let's go here. Let's just check the actual price on it. And yeah, that's a no-go, bro. That's not going to help you become a trillionaire. All right, and we have sold all of this. How about we go over to our beanstalks before we continue with this? I want to see what the beanstalks are going to be worth. So let's just go ahead and grab our harvest tool to make it really, really easy for us and go ahead and collect our 2 beanstalks. There's one right there, and we got a bonus. Not bad. Collect another beanstalk. Okay, not bad at all. There we go. So what we're going to do now is check how much the beanstalks are going to be worth if they have a gold effect on them. Oh, I actually messed up. What I should have done is picked up my snails. I literally fumbled a bag right here. So I should have picked up the snails and got my monkeys because that can actually duplicate it and give me an extra $1 billion. So when we're selling, we gotta have monkeys on our team. If we don't have them, we are living under a rock, honestly. So this beanstalk is worth only 300 million. Is there any more gold ones? Let's see. This is a celestial moonlit. It might have some potential. How much is this worth, Steven? Let me know. 43 million. Yeah, the beanstalks might have not made some money though. Let's find out though. Open up our beanstalks. Let's see what we're working with. We're looking for anything with more than 5 different mutations. Ooh, this one might have some potential. Let's see. Here we go. And 35 million. That is embarrassing. Okay, we're just gonna sell all of it and let's see how much the beanstalk tree has made me. 1.7 billion is still not gonna cut it. So what I'd probably do is get my sprinkler glitch. So I would stack a master sprinkler, a godly, and so on. And so it'll be master sprinkler, 2 godly, 4 advanced, and a bunch of basic ones to regrow this even faster than before. Yo, we got some pretty crazy moon melons here though. Hold on a second. They might be worth some good cash flow. Let's see. Let's collect them all real quick. There we go. We're gonna grab them all. Some of them have over 7 different effects. These moon melons have been cooking for a whole entire week while I've been AFKing, so they could be worth tons of money. Let's go to the sell location and let's see how much all those moon melons with over 7 different mutations are gonna sell for. Let's sell them, and we made 4 billion. Okay, and we got refunded. Okay, not bad. So we're gonna sell it again, and what do we get extra on top? It's another 3 million. I'll take it though. So we're at $61 billion, only about under, I think we're like 6% there. We're not even close, bro. The beanstalks haven't cut it. So like I said, all of these plants over here, these fruits that we have, these are just not gonna cut it. So if you actually want to just get rid of them, you can go ahead and do so. I only kept these for nostalgia, honestly, just because it's like, you know, what I first got and I've been grinding these out. But obviously the main ones you want are gonna be these moon mangoes and anything above it. So lilacs and so on. Let's actually go ahead and harvest all my moon mangoes. I'm just gonna harvest the rest of these and let's just get this over with. All right, there we go. We got it harvesting. I think we got almost everything here. Got a couple moon mangoes here. There we have it. And I do have my hive fruit somewhere in here as well. There's my hive fruit right there. These are some super tiny hive fruits. If I use the sprinkler glitch on them, they can actually make a lot more money. So let's go ahead and see how much these are actually worth. And we got 6 million. Oh no, bro, we are completely broke right now. That's not good at all. Hey, 3 billion though. Hold on. I don't know what I sold, but it was worth 3 billion. So that's good. The moon mango and high fruit combination is definitely a W. All right. So basically now I want to redo my entire garden. So realistically, like I said, if you get rid of all of these, it's going to be really beneficial because you're not going to have any mutations from disco events, from void touched events, you know, the black hole events and stuff. They're not going to go and affect these plants here. Instead, they're going to affect your most expensive ones. Oh, wait a minute. This one's got some potential. Okay, hold on. I just got a hive for them. Might be worth a lot of money. Steven, it might be a tiny plant. How much is it worth though? And ooh, 2 billion. The hive fruits are a meta. If you got tons of them, you will make billions as well. So I would say if I had the chance to like restart this garden, I would do only hive fruits, and let's just see if we can actually make millions that way. Should I say billions and trillions that way? My bad, not millions, bro. That is so like last year. Or more like last month. Now let me show you the comparison on just harvesting the basic plants. I mean, they're not really basic when you go to the seed shop, but they are kind of basic if you've been playing this game for a while. We're gonna harvest everything I have here, including the mangoes and the dragon fruits and stuff. Like I said, they're not gonna be worth a lot of money, but we're just gonna find out like how much they're gonna be worth. I haven't harvested any of these in such a long time, probably over 2 weeks. So just because they're not really worth anything. So let me just go ahead and harvest them all, and then I'll let you know how much they're gonna be actually worth. Since I'm harvesting the basic plants right here, I'm looking to get a bunch of snails placed down so I have a chance to get seeds whenever I'm harvesting the basic fruits. So let's just say I want to go ahead and sell now. I'm going to pick up my snails. There we go. I picked up my snails, and I'm going to put monkeys on my turf, my business over here, my garden. So there we go. I got the monkeys. So now if we sell these, it should duplicate it as well. I want to sell my inventory, and do we get a dupe? Ooh, okay, we got some duplications. So that entire farm only made me 400 million. So if you want to become a billionaire, you have to get the new plants, the new flower seed packs. These ones right here, if you get a sunflower, you are double using the chat. If you got a high fruit or nectarines, you're also making a ton of money. So from today's harvest, as you can see, we made over $30 billion. Now you're gonna have to keep on doing this basically every single hour. So what I would recommend doing right now is get all of your best plants and put them in one area. If you can delete these, and if you don't care about them at all, just go ahead and delete them. I do want to keep them, just for nostalgia, right? So what I would preferably do is make a whole new account and only start with high fruits or anything that's above a lilac. So a lilac, pink lily, high fruits, moon mangoes, beanstalks, and I will put them all in the same area. So let's say I want to go ahead and keep on making a ton of money. First thing I would do is put all my beanstalks in one area. So let's put my beanstalk right here. There we go. I take my other beanstalk and also put it in this area. This is gonna be kind of hard to fit in here. All right, I'm gonna also grab my moon melons right here and put them all in the same exact area. So right over here. There we go. It's gonna be kind of hard to squeeze it in, but just go ahead and do that. And the next thing would be is I would go ahead and place down a bunch of sprinklers, okay? So now the sprinkler glitch takes about a solid like 1 hour to do so. So it takes about 30 minutes to actually like get these to all grow. So here's the thing with the sprinkler glitch. You don't have to actually delete your plants just yet. You don't have to also plant them either. So what I would do is harvest everything, okay? Do the sprinkler glitch, all right? So to do that, I'll show you how to do so. Let me just actually move all these over. We kind of need more space for my garden, so I'm just gonna spend the 500 million real quick. And there we go, now we have another area. So honestly, the best option with my situation, I should probably just move everything over to this area and then move these over there so I have an entire plot of land where I can plant everything. And that would probably be the best move. It's just gonna take quite a bit of time to move all these over. And there we have it. The entire farm is now prepared to make us even more money. I moved all the moon melons, the nectarines, the beanstalks, and all this kind of good valuables over here. And if I have anything that's brand new, so let's just say like pink lily seeds, I want to basically plant them somewhere in here. So what I would do right now is just harvest anything that has already grown. So try to harvest everything around here and then get ready to do the actual sprinkler glitch, which is going to require us to place down a bunch of these. Now, if you keep the strategy going, you'll be on your way to make $1 trillion in no time, but basically you got to wait 30 minutes every time you do the glitch. So what I'm going to do first is harvest them all. Make sure that everything here is harvested and it's just not growing too quickly. So there we go. Double check on these. Okay. And now I'm going to go in and get my sprinkler glitch ready. So I'll do this. Let's plant my lilac somewhere here. I got this. And what else do we have? So maybe like a pink lily somewhere. I don't need any of these. These are kind of lame. Ooh, nectarine seed. Okay, now we're talking. I can put this probably somewhere here. There we go. And do I have any more pink lilies left over? So pink lily seeds. I got some right here. I'm going to just kind of try like squeeze them in there. I think they're already planted. Yup, there we go. So now just to make sure everything is harvested, and let's start off by placing a master sprinkler. There we go. A godly sprinkler. Spread it out. All right, now some advanced sprinklers. Try to put like a few, and then just go crazy with those basic sprinklers everywhere you can, and we're gonna log off. So here's my current pet setup. We're gonna have all these guys. I'm also gonna go ahead and put a mole in here. Oh, my stuff is going crazy right now. All right, and that's it. We're gonna log off for 30 minutes. So once the 30 minutes is up, you're gonna have billion-dollar plants and you're gonna make your way to $1 trillion. You gotta repeat this basically every 30 to 60 minutes, and that's basically about it. If you get any gold plants or stuff, you will make a lot of money because gold plants are gonna be worth tons of cash flow. If you get a rainbow, you're super lucky. And make sure you place down that lightning rod once the plants have actually grown. So basically, you want your plants to grow to be either gold or rainbow, which is the first multiplier. And then anything else you apply on top of it by leaving your game to be AFK. So for example, you have a lightning rod for the shocked ability, or the shocked mutation. And then you have Celestial, if there's any of these meteor shower events, or Disco and so on, it's gonna multiply it. But the first step is just making your plants be giant by mutating them to get the gold and rainbow. The first multiplier, which is super important. Anyways, hit that subscribe button, follow my Roblox profile. I'll be giving away a bunch of $1 billion plants. And if I get a $1 trillion plant, I do want to give one away to any one of y'all that join my game. So here's my profile, follow me. Here is my Roblox group as well, where we are selling some new Milky shirts if y'all want to check it out. And yeah, just click on my name. It should allow you to join my game. And there we have it. Anyways, click on one of these videos, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow with another daily upload. Peace.